Hello, all you drama enthusiasts. Welcome to the meeting. This is Angie's Drama Room, and I am your meeting host, Angie. And today we're going to be talking about the final ending of Tempest. Also, we'll be talking about the controversial Netflix drama, also, which is Genie Make a Wish. And this was with Kim Yu Bin and Suzy. So let's first talk about Tempest. It did finish completely aired. It was only a 9 episode drama. This starred our female lead, Jung Ji Hoon, and our male lead, Gang Dong Won. So if you were there for the passion between our leads here, it's on point. However, it started off strong but failed to hit the landing. The actors were very good, and it was excellent. The If you wanted the bodyguard and the damsel saving the damsel, it's there, but the plot was absurd. It was nothing to the plot whatsoever. The storyline just fell short. Basically, it was just about a woman who wanted to take revenge on the U.S. I believe in North Korea. I don't know because of the war torn that she had to suffer when she was a little girl, and she lost her whole family because of the war. And so this is basically what it was. She became an arms dealer. I'm assuming the mother-in-law. Hey, spoilers. I don't even think you probably care at this point. And so she basically had her stepson executed or assassinated by the and making it seem like he had something to do with some type of espionage spy, which she was the one who was it anyway. I'm not quite sure what nationality she was. I can't remember. I don't know. And and then when the inheritance did not go to her, the mother, and when everything went to his wife, which is our female lead here, uh, she decided to use another political ploy and put her as the next president and then execute her in order for the money to go to her. I guess I'm assuming. I don't know. And then they try to use U.S. Actors and actresses westernizing it. So basically, they're trying to westernize a Korean drama, and that it just fell short. I heard the budget was extreme, but it's still there's nothing there to the plot. It was too many twists, too many holes, too many. It was just a lot of things that were happening within this 9 episode drama, and to try to more or less they should have extended it a little bit more to figure out what were they trying to do. So you literally had to finish watching it to go back and watch it to figure out, oh, now you figure out what was going on. Even to the end, it didn't make sense. I had turned on it for the last 2 episodes. I forgot what it was about really when the 8th episode came around. I had to remember, oh, okay. And the last 2 episodes, even to the end, he stayed behind because of this bomb. But if the bomb was going to go off anyway, why did he stay behind? That kind of didn't make sense. I know it was supposed to be this martyr thing that he was supposed to die, but it was nothing there for him to circumvent. So why did he have to stay behind? He could have just went ahead and escaped. He had to make sure the bomb went off. I mean, there was nothing there. And so then then they made her again try to be the president of South Korea. She went to go visit the president, making her statement with the president and all that. And again, it just basically was about money, revenge on the country, and espionage, which we're not that stupid. Where this could have just been just about a woman arms dealer. Yeah, it was heavy packed with great actors and actresses, but the storyline just fell short. Okay, so let's talk about the second drama, Korean drama, Netflix. Well, actually, Tempest was not a Netflix drama. It was a Disney Plus drama. Okay. So Genie Make a Wish. Let's talk about that one. This is the Netflix drama. It's 13 episode drama. This stars Kim Woo and Suzy. Um, I on right now. I'm on episode 3ish. This story. This is just really too much. It's like a social awareness drama, and they wrap a K drama around it. I'm thinking they're doing too much for this drama. Outside, I know the controversial where they were saying about how they're using another the devil, calling him a certain name, which reflects on another religion, and so they're saying it's sensationalizing demons or devil. However, I mean, come on, they had a drama called My Demon. So the concept was he was created, and they didn't really say God, but however he was supposed to bow down to humans, and he refused. So there was an uproar. He goes hiding in a lamp, and he stays there until it was safe to, I guess, safe to come out. He was discovered, and then he made a deal with this higher being that if you let me go, I can prove that humans are corrupt. So then he gets cast to, I guess he gets cast back into the lamp, I'm assuming, until Suzy finds him. And then that's where he comes out and he has to make a wish. Now, the when it comes to Christianity and the devil, the way that happened, the way it is that the devil, or Lucifer, was in heaven, and he was a psalmist, and he was supposed to sing psalms to God. But however, Lucifer wanted to put himself before God, and he wanted all the praise and the worship. So he gathered third of the angels to try to take over heaven, basically. God had Michael, the archangel Michael, to kick him out of heaven, and he falls to earth, where now we've come into the beginning of Genesis in the Bible, Christianity Bible. And God had to recreate earth, and then he planted man in earth in order to use man as the figure to worship. So in Christianity, we did not fall to, we weren't created to worship humans, or the devil was not created to worship human. Well, the devil wasn't created, period. But however, um, we were created as humans to worship God. That's how it was. Again, there's no filters in this Genie Make a Wish. In the beginning, you have a lot of fashion, glam. She's running around with bags. She's literally a psychopath. Her family abandoned her. The grandmother took her in, and there's again no filters. They having her do dissect a frog, which we all were in school. We did that, but however, that's what she really focused on, and she reveled in this death. And so, in order for the grandmother to stop her, she cuts the daughter, and I'm like, whoa, 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 hold on, what's going on here? And so then the daughter, the little girl rather, the granddaughter, the little girl, she was about maybe 8, 9 years old at this time, went off and started to strangle the grandmother, and then the grandmother is trying to strangle her. No filters. I'm like, wait a minute, this is whoa. I'm thinking to myself, okay. And then, so that's how the start. And then the grandmother said, whatever I do, whatever you try to do to others or to me, I'm going to do it back to you, in order for her to help her not have those tendencies, violent tendencies. And so she decided, so yes, it helped. And so she wanted to be more honored to her grandmother. Psychopaths, they have no emotions. They cannot distinguish from good, bad, or evil. So that's kind of how it is. And now she goes, grandmother said, if you do this, do this, do this, you succeed. Now the mother was giving them money, but they didn't want the money. Grandmother or the daughter did not want the money, or the granddaughter. So she went to college, and then she opens up a car repair shop in her hometown. Grandma was like, "This is not what I had for you," but I don't know how she gets, how this car repair shop is giving her money. She's going around with designer bags that cost what, two thousand USD, $2,000 US dollars, $3,000 bags. Her whole wardrobe, one wardrobe probably cost about $5,000 altogether, including the bags and the shoes and the dress. And she goes to find her mother and just basically puts it all in her face. And the mother's like, I guess you've been using our money. And she's like, no, I've been using my own money. We just gave it away from charity, the money that the mother was giving her. So how can this garage repair shop allow her to afford all this stuff? And so it's just basically high fashion in the beginning. Suzy is just a basic high fashion. Shoes, it's idol drama where product placement runs rapid. Tennis clubs. Then we have where a young woman was misgendered when she goes into the restroom, and they specifically made a point of that. It's like, wait a minute, what drama are we watching here? What is it trying to stay here? It's very, very social awareness. It's a very social awareness drama. And I believe later on we'll find out that the young woman who was who was going to the bathroom, I believe she is from the alphabet community, as they say it. I don't know. I don't want to be too incorrectly of the and which is, I have no problem with that, but it's just like they're throwing a lot of things in this drama where I don't know why they're even making this even something like Genie Make a Wish. When Suzy, during her previous life, okay, they're talking about reincarnation. So during her previous life, when she was little, she must have did something to the genie. So the genie's been looking for this woman, looking for her for all his time spans of the last 2,000 years, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know how long it was, and then in order to seek revenge on her because of whatever she did during the time she was little. And there's no filters on these children, on the way they're treating these children in this drama. And this is barely episode 3. So suffices to say, I'm dropping it. There's not it's not even, it had nothing even to do with the religion aspect of it. It's just there's nothing there, and they're just trying to make a point of certain social things that are happening in our land today, country today, or anybody's country today, society today, and wrap it in drama around it. Which that's what K dramas do. I mean, that's what they normally do. That's the reason why, you have the quirkiness of certain things that happen. Okay, well, facial blindness, mental illness. We had the autism, things in that nature, and then they wrap a drama around it. And I was like, this is not a drama. This is something that you're trying to make a point of, and you're trying to put a drama in it. Again, the concept of him trying to, I guess they're trying to say maybe later on in the drama, maybe they'll get to a point, but it was basically trying to say that humans are not are corrupt. And so he's trying to prove to the higher being that humans are corrupt, and he's been trying to get Suzy to make a wish so that way he can kill her to prove that you are corrupt. And so, and she's not playing with it. So basically, Suzy character is like the Netflix drama Wednesday with the Addams family. Wednesday, at least she had filters, but yeah, they put this all on the line. Let's put this on the table. That's kind of how they're portraying Suzy to be, where it's the stance of no emotions. But with Wednesday character, they're not making her a psychopath. She still had a conscious mind. That's kind of what psychopaths have. They don't have a conscious mind. They don't have any borders that's stopping them from doing certain things. Where our conscious mind is stopping us from doing certain things. And they call it a rom com. There is points of comedy in it. Kim Woo, there's a point where yes, he can be that um, acting where he can find that facial expressions when something serious happens, but his comedic timing is bad. Suzy, yes, she's playing a good part where to have no lack of emotions. Yes, she's good at that. But I literally there's nothing here. There's no story here. It's just trying to make you be aware of how society is and a lot more awareness and making you seem like you're trying to make you accept what's going on in society and wrapping a drama around it. K dramas lately have just been falling short. You're talking about my youth. There's nothing really there. The only one I kind of really enjoyed was My Troublesome Star. That one was going back to the original concept of dramas, of K dramas that we love to watch. And I think that's it. There's nothing more about it. Even a lot of the other ones had the Mantis, the memories of 100 memories. I like contemporary. So now when they start doing these going back in time, well, not going back in time, but time period dramas, I really, I think it's just so that way we can see how it was during those times, which is fine. But that's something that I really wouldn't necessarily want to watch. So that's my thoughts on these last few dramas, K dramas. Um, Thank you for watching. Meeting adjourned.